Hey there, my night owls and book lovers. Welcome, dear listener, to another magical night with literature lullabies. I hope you're all doing well and winding down after a long day. If you're new here, welcome to Literature Lullabies, your go-to place for captivating bedtime stories from the greatest literary works of all time. Here, we don't just read stories, we breathe life into them. We travel back in time, walk alongside legendary characters, and uncover the wisdom hidden in the pages of history. Tonight, we take you on an unforgettable journey through one of the most beloved literary classics of all time, Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, a story filled with longing, resilience, and self-discovery. Jane Eyre is more than just a novel. It is an experience of the heart and soul. Tonight, as you prepare to drift into dreams, let Jane's journey soothe your mind and transport you to the rolling moors of England, where passion and fate intertwine under moonlit skies. Jane Eyre's tale starts in the cold, imposing mansion of Gateshead, where she lives as an orphan under the cruel care of her aunt, Mrs. Reed. From a young age, Jane is treated as an outsider, facing harsh punishments and emotional neglect. One stormy evening, after being locked in the terrifying Red Room, where her late uncle's ghost is said to linger, Jane collapses in fear. This moment changes her fate. She is sent away to Lowood School, a bleak institution where discipline is severe and kindness is rare. But even in this hardship, Jane finds a friend, Helen Burns, a gentle soul who teaches her patience and endurance. Helen once tells Jane, "I am sure there is a future state. I believe God is good. I can resign my immortal part to Him without any misgiving." This moment instills a deep sense of spiritual resilience in Jane, which carries her through future struggles. Tragically, Helen succumbs to illness, leaving Jane heartbroken but stronger. With resilience, she grows into a young woman, earns an education, and secures a position as a governess at Thornfield Hall, a place that will alter her destiny forever. The Mysterious Thornfield and Mr. Rochester. Thornfield Hall is grand yet shadowed with mystery. Here, Jane meets Mr. Rochester, her employer, a man of brooding intensity, wit, and hidden sorrow. Their conversations spark a deep intellectual connection, unlike anything Jane has ever known. Rochester, intrigued by Jane's mind and spirit, tells her, "I am not talking to you now, through the medium of custom, conventionalities, or even of mortal flesh. It is my spirit that addresses your spirit, just as if both had passed through the grave and we stood at God's feet, equal as we are." This declaration stirs emotions in Jane, igniting an undeniable yet complicated bond between them. As days pass, Thornfield's eerie atmosphere thickens. Strange laughter echoes in the hallways, and unexplained incidents occur. A fire, a violent attack on a guest. Jane begins to sense a dark secret lurking behind Thornfield's walls. Yet amidst this, her feelings for Mr. Rochester deepen, and one fateful evening, under a starry sky, he confesses his love, asking Jane to be his wife. Overwhelmed, she agrees, believing she has finally found happiness. On the day of the wedding, a shocking truth is revealed. Mr. Rochester is already married. His wife, Bertha Mason, has been hidden away in Thornfield's attic, a victim of madness and despair. Jane's world shatters. Though she loves Rochester, she refuses to compromise her morals and independence. As she prepares to leave, she tells him, "I care for myself. The more solitary, the more friendless, the more unsustained I am, the more I will respect myself." With a heavy heart, she flees Thornfield, wandering alone through the desolate countryside, lost and penniless. Exhausted, she collapses at the doorstep of St. John Rivers, a kind yet distant clergyman. He and his sisters nurse her back to health. St. John sees Jane's strength and proposes marriage, not out of love, but duty. Jane, ever true to herself, declines. A return to love and redemption. One night, as Jane gazes into the vast sky, she hears Rochester's voice calling her name, an unexplainable, almost supernatural connection. She follows her heart and returns to Thornfield, only to find it in ruins. Bertha, in her madness, had set fire to the estate. Mr. Rochester, in his attempt to save everyone, was left blind and wounded. Seeing him in this vulnerable state, Jane realizes her love has never wavered. In a moment of heartfelt reunion, Jane chooses love, this time on equal terms. She tells him, "Reader, I married him." In this iconic line, Jane asserts her own choice, showing that love should always be a decision made from strength, not desperation. Critical appreciation with a modern touch. At its core, Jane Eyre is a revolutionary novel. Written in a time when women were expected to conform, Jane's journey is one of defiance against societal norms. She does not marry for wealth, nor does she accept submission. Her love is rooted in equality and mutual respect. Even in today's world, Jane's voice resonates. She teaches us the power of self-respect, the courage to walk away from toxic situations, and the importance of choosing love only when it aligns with self-worth. Mr. Rochester, too, is a complex figure, flawed, tormented, yet capable of deep love. His transformation from a man of secrets to one of vulnerability mirrors the idea that true relationships thrive on honesty and redemption. In essence, Jane Eyre remains timeless because it speaks to the deepest human desires: love, independence, and identity. And so, dear listener, as Jane's story comes to a close, I hope you find comfort in her resilience and courage. Let her strength inspire you as you drift into dreams, knowing that, like Jane, you too can carve your own path. Embrace love without losing yourself, and stand tall in the face of adversity. If you enjoyed this bedtime story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless literary journeys. Until next time, sleep well and dream of grand adventures. Good night. Tomorrow, another epic tale awaits.